What's going on, everybody? This is Jay Leno, and I have the copy of the Last Ronin 2 Re-Evolution Issue 1. Okay, so this comic, Issue 1, takes place 15 years after the events of the original Last Ronin series. Right, and right at the beginning of this comic, we have Casey, who is the daughter of Casey Jones and April O'Neil. What appears to be and looks like a huge battle between the, let me see if I can pronounce this right. Okay, the Yorkville Warriors, and they are outmanned, they are outgunned by these enemies. And with these first couple of pages, it kind of sets the tone as to what's going on in the city of New York. And in shorter of words, they pretty much explain how once the Hirotu and the Foot Clan had failed, there's just been numbers of gangs and crews and clans that pretty much take over the city, kind of like some post-apocalyptic, but like still within like urban city type of vibe going on. And there's not much they can do as far as they're out. Even the police officers in New York are outnumbered as well. So Casey's just trying to capture these guys and interrogate them and try and get more info. So what it looks like is she's just fighting people, and she's not getting the job done by herself. And just to throw this in, maybe somebody can elaborate with me off of the response of this particular video. The city that they're in is called the Rock Bottom. It's definitely in a more futuristic time set. Yeah, police can't really do too much, because in this warehouse of this fight that's going on, you've got all kind of tasers, lasers, flamethrowers, explosions, immediate beat downs. They're trying to just secure the perimeter, not allowing people to escape, as well with the crew of people that Casey has with her. So Casey's day is ending. She's on her way home. So now we're going to pan over to April, who looks like she works with the sewage department in New York, and looks like she's had a rough day, and she's on her way home as well. And so now we're going to go back to the four Ninja Turtles, the new Ninja Turtles, who had snuck out of their original home, and they went to their own secret lair where they went and they practiced telepathy. If you're not really familiar with telepathy, it's pretty much a ability to communicate without using any of our regular senses. So guess what, guys? These turtles have special abilities. And the really cool thing about these exercises that they were doing at their own secret lair is they were paying homage and storytelling of the story of the original origins of Hamato Yoshi and Horosaki clan, and the story of the Last Ronin, including Michelangelo, who really gets praise amongst them. And so basically they're always going to remember their past, which is very honorable. So these teachings just kind of show you this is a way of the comic just paying homage and showing that these new turtles do respect their past. And I thought it was really important to include it, because everybody's not going to accept these new turtles. All right, so turtles realize that it's getting late, and so they are on their way home, trying to beat April and Casey home, because guess what? They had snuck out. But of course, things didn't work out the way they wanted to, and Casey and April made it home first. And after their lecture, it appears that something important was going on with the television and the news. So once this TV gets turned on, it's the Channel 6 news, and this reporter is interviewing a lieutenant who's doing a public broadcast or an interview to the public. And so this is when things get kind of tricky and my antennas started flaring up, because this politician, this lieutenant are basically kind of being in denial that the city itself isn't involved in some sort of a gang war, and that crime isn't taking over the entire city and affecting people. He more so wanted to elaborate on how job opportunities have improved and the city is improving, basically since he's went into office, which sounds like a whole lot of bull. And this is when I get into my conspiracy sort of mindset about things, and I'm thinking to myself, like, all right, so this might just be bigger than these gangs. We've got some future politics that and corruption and everything going on at the same time. So this is just like warming things up right now. We're slow cooking in the crock pot right now with this story with the Last Ronin so far. So, all right, so moving forward, so then Casey's phone starts to ring while they're preparing on deciding what they're going to have for dinner, and an emergency happens. It looks like in East Harlem there's a huge war going on, and those men are outnumbered. And guess what? Casey's men had went home. They're tired and they're overworked. They're not much help anyway. And obviously, from the beginning of this issue, you can tell that even those couple of guys aren't even going to be any help whatsoever. So this is when things start to get kind of cool, because I'm not going to lie to you guys, I've been a little bored. I'm like, okay, you guys doing a lot of explaining. When's it going to happen? This is when we get some action. So then Casey brings the Turtles down into East Harlem to kick some of that ass. And we get to see the Turtles in full fledged using their weapons. As you can see, no individual turtle has one specific weapon. They're trained in all weapons, and it goes down. They rise to the occasion. They start off kind of nervous, and Casey kind of warmed them up and reminded them that, hey, you've been trained. You know what you need to do. You know why you're here. Go to work like your ancestors and the people before you. Get to business. And that's exactly what they do. Here's the thing amongst the battle that kind of confused me. The larger, more rounded, I'm trying to be nice, the fluffy turtle Odin freezes up almost like he gets into some stone. It looks like it appears that he got nervous and he's just stuck in place. And obviously this has never happened before, and the rest of the turtles, including Casey, are trying to figure out what's going on, and that's when the issue ends. So we got something to look forward to in issue 2. All in all, reading this, I'll just say that I'm going to be excited no matter what. But what I would really like to happen in issue 2 is for us to get more personality out of the Turtles. There's a little bit of back and forth conversation, but that's what I've been dying for. And this might be the suspense that they're going to drag us off through into this series. Can't wait to see what issue 2 is about. I also want to know if this is just going to particularly be a mini series. And my anticipation for this comic simply was, I definitely want this to get a little darker. Okay, Last Ronin was a very dark series. I would like to see that continuing to go in that direction. Please let me know what you guys think of this issue, especially those that read this. Like and subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell for me. Let me know if you have figured out which turtle amongst these new turtles is your favorite. I haven't picked just yet. They haven't gave me enough to like anybody yet. Let me know what you guys think. I appreciate you guys for listening. This is Jay Leno, and I'm out, guys.
so special.